Hello. sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, a life destroyed. Until I walk awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero? Fly away. It's the first time of today. Today. To dream, believe. You are the strength, you're all I need. Need. Oh, gonna give it a shot. Only one of me to shield you all from the enemy. You're a superhero. You're a superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Can I be your superhero? Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
semifinals. We're into the first match. We start off with the toss. It's gonna be Errol versus. Okay, I'm not sure what hero Siegfried's taken. That skin is really confusing. Looks like a Zuka to me. Yep. So Errol taking Disrupt and Zuka with the Blink here. So are we excited for this, everyone? All right. So this looks to be a tight match with both teams, hot favorites to win this one. Let's see. Powerpuff Boys is a previous, challenger in the AAC, and we do look to see them as crowd favorites. But we should not underestimate Sensei. They have caused an upset in the previous round. Let's see what they can do here. Right. Okay, so here we go. Earl getting the orb and the support item early. Alright, so Zuka taking some early damage here. And Errol really taking Zuka on the offensive here. So early poke from both the teams, both the players trying to get in the early pokes. Seeing Grinto just trying to poke Zuka with a little bit of damage. 1 minute into the match. Alright, again, Errol taking it on the offensive to Zuka. Zuka has to back off, but both heroes at similar HP. Errol at max stacks, misses that poke, takes a tower hit. Zuka jumps in, but unable to do much damage there. Will Errol go back to base here? No, he won't. Errol gets in the early level 4. Zuka gets his boots first. Okay, now Zuka looks to be on the offensive now that he's got his level 4. Going back to base, he's leveraging that benefit of being allowed to teleport back to base until 3 minutes, but will it be worthwhile for him? Let us see. Errol tries to go for the early leveling, tries to cash in on the level advantage, but I don't think he's been very successful with that. So we're touching the 3-minute marks. Viewers, just so you know, after 3 minutes, neither of the players can go to the base in any form or manner. Neither can they TP back, nor can they walk back. Okay, Zuka in attacks. Errol uses that Frost Orb, but no result, to no avail. Both players really, I think pumped up and ready to go at it, hammer and tongs, But do we see some magic here? Errol with a 100-goal lead. I'm not sure if that'll make much of a difference at this stage. And they engage. Zuka attacks. Ooh! Lovely fight there. Errol taking the offensive to Zuka under his tower with a disrupt. But Errol gets out and he misses his ulti. Ooh, that was a close one. Zuka really low in health now. He will have to play defensive. Errol dominating with HP. Let's see if we can make something out of this. Errol really taking it on the offensive to Zuka here. Zuka backing off. Okay, Zuka ulti's in. And Errol makes it out alive. That was not necessarily the best idea. Errol low on HP now. Zuka almost at half HP. Zuka on the offensive. Errol hiding in the bushes. Let's see what we can make of this. Errol using the heal there. Four minutes into the match. Both players at similar gold. Alright, this looks to be nerve-wracking. So crowd, who do you think is gonna win this one? Come on, let's hear it in the chat section, people. Who do you think is gonna win? Errol misses his poke again. Errol just trying to get his spam in there and poke Zuka. Zuka gets the Spear of Longitude. Errol with again 100 gold advantage, hiding in the bushes. Siegfried level 8. Zuka with his level 2 ulti. Can he finish it here? No. Oh my god. Errol lands his ulti. And a disrupt to the tower. And he loses. And we have a winner, everyone. Siegfried wins it for Powerpuff Boys. Alright everyone, so this was a well fought battle, and unfortunately for Sensei, Zuka takes out Errol for them and wins it for Powerpuff Boys. Great job, Powerpuff Boys. Stay tuned, people, we'll be back very shortly with the first live match.
To get on your feet, stand up, stand up. Come on, get loose with the heat. as days passes by, and most long for a place that they never find. I'm afraid I wake up when I die, and it is too late to climb any mountain. Time is of the essence, the blood running through our core. It's best to not feel sorry when it's over. I will be the greatest that you've ever seen before, and I'll stay eternal.
And welcome back, everyone. We're live with the first match of the semi-finals. It's Powerpuff Boys on the blue side versus Sensei on the red side. Powerpuff Boys bans Dirac, first ban.
Sometimes I feel that my luck's run out. When things don't go to plan, I kinda lose my mind. I hope it's real. This life comes around. Just
Pain as the first ban from Sensei.
time is of the essence.
For all of you who don't know about this, both teams are very experienced, and you would have done a fair amount of research, on their opponents. So this should be an interesting match to watch. Ooh, Alice ban from Powerpuff Boys as a second ban. All right, both teams taking their time. So we see Zil as the second ban from Sensei. Riplove straight off rushing the zip there. We've seen him do some real damage with his zip in previous matches. So red team also trying to go for the support pick first. Will we see a Thane pick? The last two matches of today's semifinals have seen Thane do some real damage and dominate the match in terms of support. So we see a Kira pick early from Sensei. That's interesting. Will so most teams have banned Kira. Will not banning Kira cost Powerpuff Boys? Only time can tell. Pain goes for the Richter pick. So we see a Lindis pick, so a jungler MM from Powerpuff Boys. This should be interesting. What will Kakashi pick next? so will we see a Liliana pick? We do. Kakashi picks the Liliana as their mage. Alright, everyone, so let's see. What will they ban now that, Team Powerpuff Boys has picked their assassin? We see a Jinnar ban from Sensei. And a Laville ban from Powerpuff Boys. So Powerpuff Boys noting that, Sensei has not picked their MM yet, and therefore banning Laville. Sensei also yet to pick their DS laner. Let's see who that'll be. Okay. Interesting. What does Tara pick? A Max. Interesting. Max should be an interesting combo for this one. Oh, Max banned, sorry. Pardon me, people. So we have our 8 bans, 7 bans in fact. Red team's turn to ban again. Alright, so both teams taking their time to pick. How are you doing, everyone, today? Come on, guys, please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Spread the love, help us grow, help us improve. We will keep listening to your feedback. I'm sure you've seen us listen to, hearing you out and, following up on your feedback. So we'll continue to do so. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So in the meanwhile, we see a Lubu pick from Sensei, and will we see an Elsu from Powerpuff Boys? Yes, we do. Elsu and a Flash. Wow. So, Powerpuff Boys will seem to be taking this. Seem like they'll be taking the fights from afar in this one. Not very heavy on the tank department. Ooh, Crixie. So Siegfried takes a Crixie. I think our commentators were just talking about how we haven't seen a really well played Crixie in the last match, and here we have her. This should be interesting. Aizen going for the Kafni. Hovering over it. Will he pick her? Yes, he does. So Siegfried and Rakan change heroes. Siegfried with the Lindis, jungler, and as our crowd was predicting, yes, Siegfried is an OP jungler, and he has taken Lindis. Let's see. This should be interesting. Greninja also looks to be a very good jungler. Let's see. Alright, so here we go, people. Are you as excited as I am? Riplove, server's best Zip. So, wow, Pain, #1 conqueror. They have some really heavy players in Powerpuff Boys. This should be an interesting match. Looks like both teams are saving the best heroes for the second round. Right, here goes. First semi-final of the match of the evening of round 3 of the match. Pardon me, I don't know what's gotten into me, crowd. I guess it's the nervousness. So yeah, let me just rephrase myself. And we are live with the first semi-final match of Sensei versus Powerpuff Boys. Kira trying to get the level 2 early. Richter backing up Lindis for the jungle. Elsu, Kafni, bottom lane. Let's see. Richter engages with Lubu. Ooh, some good damage there. Early poke. Zip and Baldum just roaming around the mid lane, hiding around the bushes. Elsu taking some early damage from Kafni. Zip trying to distract Kira's jungle, not very successful. Oh, very successful at it. He's wasted the red buff and delayed the jungle for Kira, costing her a precious couple of seconds early on. So both teams, the blue team gathering around the bottom lane. Will we see a gank on Kafni? They get the Seagull. No, Kafni backs off. Smart thing to do. Ooh, do we see a gank at the top lane? Oh, yes, we do. I think we will have first blood. Yes, Richter taken down. Well played, Sensei. Blue team looking to counter here. 3 heroes hiding in the jungle. Kira and Baldum. They engage. Baldum escapes with the S1. No, but Baldum taken down by Lindis. So the blue team gets their revenge. Let's see. Powerpuff Boys and Sensei. Powerpuff Boys looking to get the dragon. No, else was just resetting it. Zip again, eating out their jungle and wasting time. Really delaying the farm for Kira here. Crowd, if you're watching, this is what support should be doing. And I mean, there's no better example of Zip than Riplove, as we can see. Bald and Riplove engaging early. Kira, Crixie doing some poke damage here. And they back off. Zip spamming. Oh, Crixie with his ulti. Baldum makes it out alive. They should get the blue team their first dragon. And it does. Liliana with the brave attempt to steal there, but no luck. So Powerpuff Boys getting the first dragon of the match, giving them an almost 500 gold advantage early on in the match. Elsu taking out some creeps here, trying to get the early farm in. And they engage. Baldum's ulti misses. Kira takes out Zip. This is neck and neck, people. The MM in middle lane for the red team. Heading down bottom. In terms of farm, Lindis is at Lindis is just slightly ahead of Kira, and this is in spite of Zip's delay tactics. So I think it's a very closely fought match. Elsu steals the Seagull from the red team. Lovely steal there. Okay, so on mid lane again. Blue team taking a slight gold advantage, and both teams looking to get the second dragon. Is Baldum jumping into a mess that he can't get out of? Yes, he is. Baldum taken out. That was a bad move by Baldum. And blue team really close, well knit together, perfect coordination. They're moving as one unit. This is the kind of follow-up that's required. Now invading their jungle, but Liliana giving some backup to Crixie, to Kira, sorry. But they still managed to steal the blue buff, which is not good. Lindis really upping the farm here. Now taking a lead on the farm. 600 gold lead over Kira, or 500 now. And blue team gets the second dragon. Slowly but steadily, the blue team is taking the lead in the gold section, gold department. Now the lead has crossed 1400 gold. Red team looking to gank top, not much luck. Get the Seagull. Elsu and Tara, Elsu and Kafni, relatively quiet down there. Both just trying to get their farm in. Baldum and Liliana looking to gank Elsu. I don't think they'll succeed. And they should ideally back off. This is not a fight worth taking for the red team. Oh yes, nice follow up there. Zip ults out. Kira taken down. This wasn't the fight to take for red team. Blue team leading on the gold again, and in the kills department again. They finally have the lead, 3-2 to the blue team. In the process, they get their first tower as well. Lubu looking to counter with a tower of his own. Will he be able to get it? No. Richter comes in to save the tower. Lubu gets out of there. Powerful boys looking to take out Baldum here, and they do. Lindis getting in some heavy damage. Powerful boys looking to get the second tower. They get it successfully. Also stealing the red team's jungle. This looks bad for the red team. Sensei, come on. So Sensei now 3,000 gold behind. Powerful boys. What will they do next? They are just moving like, clockwork. Perfect tuning and sync. They get the third dragon. Red team just needs to back off and recuperate. And we have some viewers who are talking about teaching Siegfried how to jungle. Interesting. Yep, Baldum really taking some burst damage and getting, bashed up early on. Once again, the blue team looking to get the top tower, so focusing solely on objectives, just trying to open up the map for themselves. Also stealing Kira's farm. Liliana engaging with Zip. Some minor poke damage there. Lubu just looking to farm his way up a bit. Let's see. The blue team is just not allowing the red team to make a comeback. They're just pushing their advantage and opening up space for themselves. Once again, they engage. Baldum taken down. I think the red team needs to back up Baldam more, and Baldam really needs to play safe. Ooh, Richter jumps in, makes it out alive. Kira barely makes it out alive, but taken out by Elsu. Lovely snipe there. Blue team looking to get the Slayer. And they will. So the blue team just hasn't allowed the red team to get any bonus gold from the Dragon or Slayers. And I think they'll go for the fourth Dragon as well. The red team really caught off in terms of push, and they will really have to back off and play to their towers now. Yes, and the blue team get their third tower. Fourth Dragon. Pardon me. Okay. Finally, Baldam lands an ulti. Lindis survives. Baldam once again taken out. Lubu taken down. And blue team looks to get their fourth tower. We see the Drake up top. So possibly fourth and fifth tower. They get their fourth tower. They get their fifth tower. Blue team, the Papa Boys are just looking to dominate this one. They're not giving Sensei any chance here. I think they'll get their sixth and seventh tower. Wow. So super creeps in 2 lanes. Will the blue team look to finish it up here? No, they back off. Wise thing to do. They've got their advantage. They should just back off, clean up the jungle in the process. And now they're looking to push bot, get megas. Blue team with the 9,000 gold advantage. That is huge. Will Sensei be able to make a sensational comeback here? Lindis takes out Lubu. Also looking to get some snipes in there, misses. Blue team looking to finish things off here. Pop-up boys. Richter coming in with the push down bottom. Pop-up boys will get their 8th tower, and only one tower standing for the red team. Zip ultis in, and Papa Boys on the offensive. Baldam ults and just backs off. Smart thing to do here. They didn't really have much chance, but this is looking bad for the Sensei, and I think blue team will finish it off here. Yep, all 5 heroes out. Blue team wins first round 1-0. So the first round goes to Powerpuff Boys 15-2. They have dominated this first match here. Alright guys, so stay tuned. We'll be back with the second match shortly. Thank you.
what you wanted me. Maybe I was wrong, even once wasn't anything. So if we had another chance, I would never let you steal my glance. Bring me back to life. Don't dig deep like you would have a clue. All I see is how I was a fool to see my heart skip beats. Thinking about you. Whoa. I could say that you didn't need what you wanted me. Maybe I was wrong, even once wasn't anything. Yeah, I could say that you didn't need any part of me. Yeah, maybe it's not me, you should be the one on your knees. So if we had another chance, I would never let you steal my glance. Bring me back. If we had another chance, I would never let you steal my glance. Bring me back to life. If we had another chance, I would never let you steal my glance. Bring me back to life. Whispers in my mind, I slowly drifting by. All the poems I wrote for you, they made me blind, they made me lie. Heard you in the rain, will you always be there? Last thing you said.
Anyway, welcome back, folks. We are into the second game between Powerpuff Boys versus Sensei. It was a bit of a one-sided game, the first one. Sorry I couldn't make it for the commentary, but I could not miss out when I heard that Tara AI and Riplau and all the self-proclaimed top players are going to be playing. But anyway, looking at the
not
bench,
sure if they're self-proclaimed, but yeah, they're definitely top players.
So looking at
Early
the
pin
bench,
and direct ban.
so far it's Standard, Queen, and Dirac.
And Krizik's ban from Sensei.
They
again.
are powering a Krizix ban. I'm not too... I mean, I guess it's fine because the red team played a Zip, so Krizix is another one of the top supports, but they're gonna...
Switch to Zil, maybe?
And they're gonna go with the Zil ban. Interesting. It'll be interesting to see what the red team is gonna ban, because are they gonna go with the similar? Okay, they're gonna go with the Zip ban. That's perfectly
Why would
fine
they?
as well.
Okay, yeah. Right. I thought it was Sensei banning Zip. I was like, why would they ban Zip?
Yeah, it's the other way around.
Right. My bad.
So if I was the blue team, I think I would go with the DS laner or a support hero. So like Krizix is open, so you can go that. You can go Alice. You can go Malik is also still pretty good. So yeah, there's a lot of options open. Lavio is also open, and it looks like you're thinking between Malik or Alice.
Interesting.
And I think both picks are pretty good, and they're gonna go with the Malik pick.
So
it's fine.
It looks like Sensei is trying to pull off the Malice combo if they're able to pick it.
I think the red team might pick Alice now.
Indeed. This should be interesting.
Yeah, they would go probably with an Alice or another mage, or Alice or another DS laner.
Right. Because so far, not just to let the crowd know, 14 matches in this tournament, we have the Malice combo and 100% win rate.
Yeah.
That is
there we go.
Exactly.
And we're gonna see the best Alice Mother India, who calls himself play Alice for the second time. It'll be interesting to see how many stunts he hits and misses.
Oh, yes. Riplo is very popular for his Alice. I can tell you that, viewers.
And we're gonna see a Florentina. Okay, I'm like I said, it should, like, I think an Alice and a DS laner pick would have been good, and they decide to do just that. So if I was the blue team, I would think about so I could either go for a DS laner, because they could choose to ban Richter, who is pretty good against Florentino, or they can pick a mage and a support perhaps, but I would honestly wait on the jungler pick.
Interesting. So Sensei hovering over mage and Zephyrus. Let's see.
Yeah. But it looks like they're gonna go these two picks, it seems. Yep. So Ignis, he is not as broken as he was in the old Indian server. He's still good, but he doesn't do as much damage. So he's only there for the CC purposes. Like he can still do the consistent CC that he can provide, but he doesn't do as much damage as he used to be. So they really need another, like a marksman who can do more damage. I mean, Ignis can still do damage, don't take me wrong.
Absolutely. No, and we see Hayate pick from Tara.
Yeah. And and it's a good pick into their comp as well, because Hayate can mill through a Malik and Zephyrs because of his true damage, and they're gonna ban Lavio.
Interesting. So Sensei hasn't picked I believe even the last match, Papa Boys banned Level, so this should be
Right.
interesting. They looks like they don't want them to get Level.
Yeah. Not too. Okay, they're gonna go with the Kira ban. Okay. Not too bad of a ban. I'm intrigued to see what they're gonna ban the red team. So they could think about banning Richter, or they could think about banning Grizzix, one of the supports or one of the DS laners,
Right.
or another marksman. But I think
Yep.
they're
They'll go
gonna
with the Joker ban.
they're gonna ban the Joker because they don't want to deal with that guy whatsoever. I think I know the reason behind the Joker ban, but anyway,
Let's see. Okay, Elendor.
yeah,
Interesting.
they're gonna ban Elando as well. Okay, I think that's a pretty decent ban
So
because
we
they
see
could.
3 marksman bans in the second round of bans. This is
Yeah.
the second phase of banning. Sorry, this is
Like
interesting.
we already saw the double gameplay from the first game, so it's
Right.
an Elando is a really good pick, regardless. So I think that's a pretty good ban. So are they gonna? So it looks like the red team has looking more towards like a dive comp. But so are they gonna go with another jungler who can dive like an assassin, or are they gonna go with another marksman jungle? Will be interesting to see.
This should be interesting. See, right?
Yeah. And they lack the mage and the jungler as well, so they're gonna go with the Liliana. And I,
What advice would you give to the blue team right now? They are, down, and what should they do to win this one? Essentially,
so in the last one, the mistakes they made, they literally got counter drafted. Like they lost the game in the draft pretty much. So, like the Kira couldn't do anything. But
right?
as of now, their draft looks pretty good. Like but they're gonna go with the Talanas. So the Malik is gonna go DS lane against a Florentino, and Florentino against Malik is a really good matchup for Florentino. So even though he's gonna be having a hard time, it's still a decent draft, but
Right. So I think they are improving on their draft. One other major point that I noted in the last match was I think the Baldum for Sensei was really not taking the best engages. Oh, I think
they're
it's the
gonna
first
get the
crack in the tournament.
crack.
No, not the first, but definitely we haven't seen too much of crack in action.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I mean, a Grak is like if he can land a good ult on like a multiple, like if he can land a good ult on like a Hayate and their jungler, maybe that's pretty good. But I'm not too sure about the Grak pick here. But
I don't
anyway,
know. Grak, he gets a couple of good ultis in, he can really turn the tide, and if he can hook the MM, he can really destroy the team fights for
yeah,
them.
and that's the thing. It solely relies on his hooks.
Exactly.
If he continues to miss, like if he hooks an enemy, like okay, they're gonna go with the Darcy jungle or a Murad.
Murad, interesting. It looks like Murad.
Okay, and I think like an assassin pick was the
Right.
best pick.
As you had mentioned, they are looking to get a completely dive comp here.
Because going with another like carry jungle, like Darcy or a marksman jungle, your team is already a little bit squishy. And considering the fact that the enemy team has a dive comp with Zephys and Malik to dive in, I think it's better to go with an assassin jungle who can focus on the Telanas or Ignis.
Absolutely.
And
Murad could really get in there and take them out.
Yeah. So looking at the draft, I would say it's pretty equal on both sides. I don't like the Malik pick into the DS lane against a Florentino. He's still not that bad of a pick, but I would say that the red team has this in the back. What do y'all think, chat? What do you guys think? I think it's gonna be the red team. But anyway, looking at the enchantments, we have a couple of versions in the red team with Hayate and Murad. I think that perfectly suits those two, being the guys that they are. I think those two are suitable version enchantments on those two. But
And we see no virgin enchantments in Sensei.
no, they don't give a crap about because they don't want to be associated with this whatsoever. So they're gonna be yeah.
All right, so let's hope Sensei can make a comeback in this one, so we can see a third match.
Yeah.
So far, we've seen 2-0 for both the matches.
And again, I'm seeing another Malak having Arctic Orb on him. I don't think I like Arctic Orb on Malak. I mean, if you're that, or I mean, I guess you can make plays with it, but yeah, I'm not too sure about. But anyway, Murad and Hayate have Arctic Orb, which makes sense, and Ignis has as well.
Creep there.
Yep.
Blue
But
golem, sorry.
Murad, I think maybe he realized that the Grak could potentially do that, so he decides to start on the opposite side. But I think they both just started on the opposite side of the dragon because they want to gank the ADC. So the Talanas, it's been poking the Hayate for a little bit here. Okay, the Murad is finally here to his blue side buff now, and okay. I mean, I think it was kind of
not letting him touch the blue buff so far.
I mean, the Grak has been trying to do that since the game began, so the Alice could have protected it a little bit better, but I guess they chose to play safe. But either way, both the junglers got the level 4 at the same time now, so the Alice is a little bit caught here, but she will be able to get away. Both teams are trying to pick up a fight, and the Liliana's Murad. Okay, the Ignis is taking the wrong pathing here, and I think he's gonna give up the first part.
He's gonna pay for that.
By the Ignis, so that's a really
lovely
by the Ignis.
There.
And the Murad will end up giving the first part. That was a nice follow from the blue team. And I think the red team should just retreat now, and they should go for the dragon instead. Can the Grak hook the... Okay, never mind. He's not able to. And are they going to go for the dragon now? Because it is a little bit late that they started it, but they're still going to go for the dragon. So there's a fight happening here with Florentino and Malik, and Florentino misses his flowers, but the Murad is here for the blue buff.
Blue team gets the dragon.
And the blue team takes the dragon, but it was already too late now because the Murad had already spawned and Zephys has already lost his blue buff. So that was just nice rotation.
I think Zephys has stolen their blue buff, so it's a fair trade, I would say.
Did he?
Yeah, looks like it.
I think... Okay, yeah, probably he did. I didn't notice that. So that was good from both teams then.
Right, absolutely.
No, never mind. I think it was just his blue buff that he already had because the blue buff
right.
On.
It expired.
Yeah.
And Murad is taking their blue buff now.
Yeah. So good. Even though the red team ended up giving the first blood, but it was a good trade-off from the...
Absolutely. And they more than make up for it. Still minor lead in the goal department for the red team.
And both the junglers have already finished up their camps. Trying to pick up a fight. Murad is camping in the mid bush here. He's gonna get the stacks off on the
Grak misses a thing,
but that's a good follow and rotation from Florentino, and I think the Ignis is gonna die here. That was a good send, and there you go, folks. That's the chaos Alice Ripla is known for. That stun was not needed at all, but
no, but he's gonna make sure that Ignis stays dead.
Yeah. But anyway, so the blue buff is up again, but I don't think they're gonna go for it because it's a little bit too late. And okay, the blue team is gonna straight up rotate for the mid lane. I don't know what that rotation was from the Zerpies. Like he went through the red buff and then went through the mid. Now he's going to blue buff again.
Greg really needs to land a couple of hooks here to turn this around.
Yeah. The
And
dragon
he's
has spawned.
Right.
And I think
Murad
it's gonna be a
going for it.
free. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a free dragon for the red team.
Alice
Like
just not allowing Greg to do anything.
Yeah, like they just don't have any vision, the blue team. And yeah. Now they're gonna go back into their lanes, go back to their jungle, form up. And Zephy's still. Okay, it looks like they might try to pick up a fight here, bot. That's a good ult from the Alice. I think the Grak is...
lovely ulti. Ooh, lovely follow up from Telenas.
It's a good...
Zeph is jumping in. Nice hook.
The Murad is still low HP. He's trying to get his stacks, but he will
Zeph
not be able to...
Ooh, but that was a good fight there.
Yeah. It was just a trade-off between both teams, support for a support.
Right. Grak was almost caught in no man's land, but he turned it around with his ulti.
Yeah, and as soon as he ulted, Telenas followed up with their stun and
with the perfect stun, yes. Yeah. And then Zephys diving in.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go back into the jungles now. They could potentially try to take one of the towers, like top or bot, but it looks like they're just gonna play. Okay, the Grak noticed the Murad being there. And he's gonna get the stacks off on Grak. He's gonna die anyway. But the Direct just goes in all by himself, and he is gonna die here as well. Yeah. I'm not too sure about the Grak. Okay, that Malik just completely missed on everything.
Right.
And it's gonna be a free dragon again. The dragon is gonna spawn in 5 seconds, but the Murad is gonna go back because he's a little bit low. But I think the red team can still do it by themselves. Mm-hmm. And the Murad is gonna just straight up rush to the dragon to secure it. And I think that's what they're gonna do. So what they should do is they should do the dragon and then push bot or push mid or something. Okay, but they're gonna not.
We see Florentino and Malok engaging with each other up top, but nothing major.
The Malok really needs to be careful because he's not gonna win against Florentino. Okay, there's a fight happening near the red buff. The Alice is a little bit caught out here, but that's a good pick from the Grak. But okay, that was a waste of a flicker from the Grak though. It just has free reigns to the backline here. Florentino makes a really good rotation, and Grak is gonna end up getting picked.
Pay for it, right?
And now it's a free dragon for the red team. And after this, they can choose to push bot. They can push to mid. They can, So that's the thing though. Like a Grak, if he can, even though he is. Okay, the Liliana is caught out here and
trying valiantly to defend the tower, but to no avail. She does take out Liliana there, but no use. Traded off with tower.
So that's the thing, the only synergy they have is Grak ult and then Zephy's follows up. But that just leaves the enemy carries free meal for Murad. He can just go in with his dashes. Get his stats
and I think
out of
even in that, Ignis could contribute to that fight, but it's about how deep Murad can get in. If he can get in past Grak's ulti, he can do some heavy damage.
Yeah, that's the thing. So far, it has been a little bit out of sync from the blue team. Like it seems like they're just gonna go with what they see, like the Grak ults, and then everyone starts following one after another when it should be when Grak goes, the whole team should jump on that guy,
Right, absolutely.
It's a little bit like a solo queue gameplay for right now for the blue team, but
Grak really needs to land some hooks again. I'm saying this again and again because that is, how he can be a game
okay, the
changer.
Alice tries to engage on the Grak is
Oh,
overextended
nice
again.
ulti
He
there by
lands the
Grak
blow,
again. Ignis follows up with
but
his ulti, but a little late.
again, the thing is, he was overextended, so he lands
Nice
hook
hook
on
there.
Alice, and I think the Florentino just goes and all by himself, and he's
Lovely
melted to all of them.
ulti there.
But can they clean up? Okay, the Hayate just towered away for whatever reason, and the Malik is able to clean them up. That was a little bit of a throw coming from the red team because the Grak hooked the Alice, and then he was able to get away, but Florentino towered like all of them. Even though they were able to secure the kills on most of them, the Malik landed a really good ult, and because of the fact that everyone was tanking shots instead of they couldn't push, because there was no minions, and they're gonna lose the top tower as well because of that. But the goal lead is still pretty good, 5k goal lead, and looks like they're gonna go for a free DS, and I don't think there's gonna be any contest from the blue team. Yeah, the Zephyrs has just spawned, and yeah, it's a free DS for the red team. And they're gonna spawn the Drake up top. They could have honestly waited on the Drake because their team is still not grouped up together. So you could have used that Drake to just group up, push the waves together.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Red team
because of this, now they're just gonna solely focus on pushing one lane when they could have pushed multiple lanes together.
Right. But Florentino's clearing out the jungle. You can see, Florentino's just going and clearing out the blue team's jungle, pardon me.
Yeah. And now there's no wave to push up top.
Attention to defend.
Okay, Malik just decides to ult. Okay, he uses Arctic Orb, but I think he's still gonna die though. Yeah. Okay, that was a really bad ultimate from the Hayate, just diving in for a Malik who was already dead anyway, and considering that almost the entire enemy team was up, there was... Okay, that's a really
nice hook like that.
Okay, the Murad damage just melted half of every one of them.
Easy damage, and he's a good lead on the farm. But it's that really farming, there at the end, Florentino, both with 8.5 goals.
Yeah.
Blue team falling behind majorly on goal here.
Dragon for the red team, and they have a 6k goal lead as of now against the blue team.
Blue team really needs to get the game together right now. If
they should just focus on defending. They still have all the high ground towers remaining, and I think if the red team had coordinated well, if they had used the Drake properly, if they had pushed the waves together, I think they could have taken at least one high ground tower. But because of the fact that the that Alice is able to secure the red buff from the blue team as well, just to wrap salt on the wounds.
Right, add insult to injury.
Mm-hmm. And if I was the Ignis, I think I would have. I think Flicker is fine. I was gonna say I think I would have went with the Purify, but considering that they have a Malik and Zephyrs, I think Flicker is fine.
Right.
But I honestly Okay, the Murad is gonna not out. Okay, he's gonna back out.
The red team is not very high on crowd control, so not really sure if Purify was necessarily required in this case.
The reason I like Purify and Hayate is because his ult can be easily interrupted. Mm-hmm. So, for example, if they had a Thane, just as yes1, Hayate ult will just get interrupted. So that's why if you can land a really good yes1 on multiple enemies as Hayate, and you just dive in and then you ult and Purify, you won't get interrupted and you will just do a lot of damage against them. So, but yeah, in this game, I suppose Flicker is not that bad of a choice.
Right.
Yeah. And now they're doing the right thing. They're retreating and they're gonna put the Drake all the way in the back, push the waves, build the Drake, because the Drake scales up as the longer it stays.
Right.
And you can also use that time to make the waves crash together, and that's what we are seeing here today. Right now, the Liliana is okay. No man, I thought the Liliana is from the enemy, and now they're trying to freeze the waves. This is really good to see from the red team as well. They're trying to freeze the waves so that all the waves crash at the same time, so that the blue team will have a hard time defending. So the Drake is just okay.
Blue team just sticking to the basics. Murad trying to get some poke damage.
Yeah, the Liliana was getting poked hard by the Talanas here, but the Drake is here, and that's gonna be okay. I mean,
Drake taken
they
out.
had the right idea. They should be able to secure this high ground tower here, though. I think.
No, it looks like Hayate is going to take it out. Yes, he does.
So they had a decent idea when it came to pushing waves, but that Drake was just a complete waste. So what they should have done is they should have pushed with the Drake and let the Florentino or someone else split push. But I mean, they're still able to get the high ground tower anyway. But they could have taken multiple high ground towers if they had pulled up properly. But there's another wave crashing here. Okay, the Liliana needs to be a little bit careful here, because if the Grag can hook, okay, the Murad is just trying to poke the enemy team, and all the high ground towers are almost brought down.
Mm-hmm. Again, red team just focusing on objectives, trying to extend their map coverage, and
it's just consistent pressure from the red team. So the blue team is literally just
buckling
they can't
pressure.
Get out. Yeah, they cannot get out of their high ground towers, and Abyssal Dragon is up, so they're gonna go for that. And I don't think they should even contest for this.
No chance.
Yeah. And it's gonna be another Abyssal Dragon for the red team.
This looks ugly for the blue team.
And are they gonna choose to go for just secure it completely and go for the DS, which is gonna spawn in 3 seconds? And I think they are. Yeah. So instead of clearing the waves for Florentino, he could have just stalled it, and they could have frozen the wave and pushed it together. But I guess it doesn't really matter because the towers are almost down.
Mm-hmm.
Hayate is gonna put the Drake in the same bottom lane. Okay.
Perfect.
So they should just push together as a team, push together with the Drake, and let the mid wave crash and take it down that way. But yeah, I think in this fight that's gonna happen, it's gonna pretty much decide the game. Like, if the blue team can... Murad is trying to poke here. Okay, the Talanas was almost... I mean, but I don't think anyone is gonna follow up him, but yeah. Like, they're too busy trying to defend the waves, so it wasn't really... Yeah. While they're busy trying to defend the bottom tower, they're gonna lose the mid tower, and all the high ground towers are lost now. And the blue team is just gonna have... And the Murad, I think he's gonna... Okay, the Ignis is gonna die here. Like, the Murad has gotten stacks from this exact same spot at least, like, a billion times this whole game. And finally, the Zephyrs tries to engage on the Murad.
But that's some good damage there, but to use.
Just too late now. Yeah. And...
Sensei out of this tournament. Papa Boys win 2-0.
Both teams, but I think like the Sensei team did pretty well compared to the first one.
Right.
But
indeed.
Yeah. GGWP to both teams. And let's look at the damage. We have a Murad who did 43% damage. Like, that just explains it. Like, the Ignis and Talanas literally couldn't get
torn apart by Murad.
anything. because
Indeed.
like he will just come in and he will do his combo, and they
But
will
I
be
would still say, kudos to Telnas. 36% damage. That is a
Yeah.
good damage stat given the circumstances.
yeah. And it's sad thing to see that the Grak did almost as much damage as Zephy's and Malak. I don't know how that happened, but anyway. So that
So
is all we
that's
have for you today.
right. But everyone, I hope you're all stay connected, and you look forward to the finals. Please do join us for the finals starting at 11 a.m. tomorrow.
Yep. And until then, peace out and have a good night.
You too. Lovely. Thank you. It was lovely commentating with you, Jeff. Thank you so much.
Same. That's just all mine. Yeah.